Now I'd like to talk about cell functions, both normal and abnormal cells. And to start this, I'd like to refer to the neurone and the functions of a neurone. Now clearly a neurone has a particular function of communicating with other cells. And it is only going to be able to do this effectively if it has an adequate supply of energy. One type of cell that it might communicate with are cardiac cells. Cardiac cells themselves have a function of being able to contract and relax, and once again they will only do that effectively if they have a satisfactory supply of energy. If we use this little diagram to illustrate what I'm talking about, here in the brain we have the control centre of the heart made up of neurons. Those neurons communicate with the neurons in the nerves, both the sympathetic and the parasympathetic, represented here by A and B, and they communicate with the heart. And the heart cells, if they get a message from the neurons, contract or relax. Now it stands to reason that all of this system will only work properly if the cells have an adequate supply of energy. And if they don't, the features of the CTG may change. For example, we might have a tachycardia or a bradycardia. We may have reduced variability, increased variability. We may have loss of accelerations, or we may have certain sorts of decelerations. So cell functioning, both normal and abnormal, is completely dependent on an adequate supply of energy to the cells. And if they don't have an adequate supply of energy, we will see abnormal features of the CTG.